Welcome back. Happy holidays. Once again, welcome to the Sports Rant. He's Dave.
And he's Dave.
And we're going to jump right into it. First, we already said happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
We're going to say
happy
it again.
New Year, because we ain't going to be here for a New Year show.
Enjoy yourself.
All right. Hopefully 21 is better than 20.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Blackjack, baby.
All right. So we're going to talk about the NBA season is now upon us. It's officially started.
It officially started Tuesday. We had the 2 games, Golden State at Brooklyn.
Right.
And then we had the 2 LA teams, Lakers and the Clippers, which was the same opening night game last year.
Yes.
Okay. Same result, too.
Same result.
But you know what? Guess what? Who held up the Larry O'Brien trophy when everything's said and done? Who got their rings the other night? The Lakers.
Exactly. Big ass rings too, man.
Did you see them? I love the fucking tribute to Kobe on the side with the mamba snake.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was sweet, man.
That was sweet gesture right there. Good job, Lakers.
It's one game.
It's one game.
You already got them haters out there that already talking, they already lost, whatever. No. It's one fucking game. They lost the opening last year, guys. And they have improved vastly. Schroeder's on the team, okay, in place of Danny Green. You got the dude that came over from the Clippers.
I have no idea.
Harrell?
Montrezl
Harrell, right? Montrezl Harrell came over from the Clippers, and they got my man fucking McGee out of there, who's hurt more often than not, doesn't contribute offensively like he should, and I think Harrell is just as good defensively as Dwight was last year, holding down the middle when AD goes out for a rest. You got Marc Gasol, right?
Right.
Dude, how is that not better than last year's team?
Yeah, it should be. It should be with everything. If everything remains cool, it should be. Montrezl Harrell. Why is there L at the end of his name? He looks crazy, by the way. He looks... I had it in my mind what he looked like exactly, but I forgot. I'll remind you later. I was more impressed with the Brooklyn Nets. They looked like it was rocking on all cylinders. I'm rooting against them this season.
KD and Kyrie did their thing.
They told me to go shut the fuck up.
They told everybody to shut the fuck up.
beat the Warriors by 26. So, I mean, like you said, it's one game.
It's one game. I love how Curry was there on the fucking sidelines till the end of that game, looking all sad and shit. It's one fucking game.
Yeah, it's one game, son. Calm down.
Dude.
Calm down.
And he's come back from injury. You need to knock off some of that rust, Curry.
He didn't look right. 26 minutes for 26 points or something like that.
He ain't played in a minute. Gotta get that rust out.
Gotta get the rust out.
Right.
Also, another game I was watching, since I have the preview for the week.
Right.
I was watching the Blazers game last night. I think they played the Jazz. They got monkey stomped. That was an ass kicking. And I was all there for the bullshit. I love to see Carmelo Anthony lose. I don't know why. I just do. I get great enjoyment out of it.
Well, I gotta admit, I was flipping around a bit myself. So, of course, before we get on our teams, one of the games I was checking out was Charlotte and Cleveland.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see, Melo Ball and his, first professional game in the NBA.
Right. Trash.
0 points. First time that's happened since 2003 that a rookie played in the game and had 0 points to show for it. 2003. You know who that was?
The white guy who got drafted second.
Nope.
Who?
He's on the Bulls now. Otto Porter.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so that's how bad his night was. 3 turnovers.
You playing for the Wiz, Otto Porter?
Yes.
At the time. Okay.
2 turnovers in a row on the same fucking play. Also by technically another rookie who didn't even play last year because of an injury. Is on the second team for Cleveland. So it's not even a starter coming off the bench. He's coming off the bench. and he just took him to town. Not that he outscored him, he outplayed him though in this one regard.
Yeah.
And one game.
But like you said, it's just one game.
It didn't look good.
Just one game. It didn't look good, but hopefully he'll bounce back.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the kid. Hopefully he can survive his father's nonsense. So
he only has to do better than Lonzo. That's not a high branch.
Not a high branch at all. So who did you guys play?
We open our season at home versus the Atlanta Hawks. Okay. And, of course, like y'all, we have a new head coach, okay? I wasn't thrilled about Donovan.
I'm sure.
A lot of young talent on the Bulls right now. And they dropped about 104 points, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? Problem is, they lost, and Atlanta scored like 124, 123 points. But it was over at the half.
Okay.
You want to know why it was over at the half?
Why?
Because Atlanta had dropped 84 in the first fucking half of the game.
Yeah, that's insane.
Okay? 83.
Is that Billy Donovan's style of coaching?
It's definitely Billy Donovan's style of defense.
Not good.
Because you can't tell me you're going to drop over 100 points and still lose the game. If you're not playing defense and you're letting the other team run up.
Well, this is the NBA. A lot of people score more than 100 points.
Okay, but when you're going up against, Trey.
Right. The 84 points at the half, 83 points was more alarming than anything else.
That had me like,
that was insane.
Fuck, this is over.
So Trey
was killing our rookie, though, Patrick Williams, he didn't do too bad, okay? 16 points, 4 boards. Okay, and I think maybe 15 minutes he played.
All right.
Not bad. Kobe White could have definitely played better. There's rumors about him being possibly traded to New York. That's a rumor, not factual, but sometimes rumors get started. But
you need a point guard.
You need a point guard. We'll see what happens. Again, one game.
Were you more encouraged or discouraged, or is somewhere in between?
I was discouraged by the lack of D.
Okay.
Because it was like absolutely no D through the whole game.
Gotcha. That does, you can't win without playing defense.
No.
So we played the Indiana Pacers last night. We looked good for a little while, man. R.J. Barrett.
You led at the half?
Yeah, led at the half. R.J. Barrett, had 26, 8 and 5. I had to respect that. He was killing. The dude I can't stand, Julius Randle, was killing, right?
He was killing, but
then he said, you know what? Fuck all of this works. Team ball, fuck all of this success. Let's start taking the ball up by myself and dribbling the double teams and getting the ball taken away
and for some
every
reason,
time down the fucking court.
For some reason, he thought he can go against Turner.
Yeah, and he could not.
Turner swatted that ball like nothing.
Swatted it, stole it. They did everything they could to him because that's what happens to him. He's an isolation guy. I don't fuck with the isolation. Quickly, I did like him until he got a hit pointer. The reason why he has a hit pointer is because he's 6'3" and 180 pounds. I don't know how these professional athletes, and they weigh less than my little sister. I don't understand it. How are you 6'7" and you weigh 180 pounds? How would that happen? I wore 180 pounds in elementary school, son.
I ain't been 180 pounds since fucking high school, man.
What would you give me 180 pounds again?
Considering what I'm carrying right here, a lot.
Like, come on, man. I understand you run up and down the court. I understand you are well fine-tuned athletes and shit. But get in the weight room, my guy. Dude, what were you doing in school?
You gotta bulk up a little bit, man.
Yeah, all I did was eat in school. I don't understand it. But whatever, man. I'm not discouraged or encouraged. I thought we were going to win 17 games. The total now is 17.5 or 16.5, whichever one you want to go past.
Obi Toppin
was all right.
It was all right.
He was all right.
I mean, he hit all 3 shots from beyond the arc.
Yeah, he was looking good from back there.
Hit nothing the rest of the game.
You know who sucks still? The croissant dipper.
Yes, he does.
And you know who also sucks still? Kevin Piss Light Knox. Trash.
Yeah. I was watching that game at one point. I flipped back to it just in time. It was the third quarter to see Nilikita attempt a 3, and it was the worst looking shot I've seen.
It almost looks like he's hurting himself, doesn't it?
He's absolutely hurting himself, and he should not be surprised at this point that the Knicks did not pick up his option.
Right. So what I don't understand is last night they said something on the TV about picking up R.J. Barrett's third or fourth year option. Like, this is his second year. I don't know how he gets a fourth year option. And then I said, well, how did we pick up his option? And Frank Ntilikina has been on the team for 12 years on one contract. How is that possible? I don't know how the contracts work in the NBA, but it seems like I've been watching Frank Ntilikina suck for 6 straight years.
Not just suck hard.
Yeah, hard, son. Okay. For 6 straight years, it seems like this is what I've been watching.
I mean, if he would have sucked any harder, we could probably refer to him as one of these fucking porn stars out there.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right.
Whatever.
So, bottom line is, it don't look good for the Knicks. Don't look good for the Bulls. It's going to be a long season.
Nope. Let's go Wizards.
That's your new team?
That's my swan rocket with this year. So.
Even with Russ over there?
Even with Russell over there. I think they can take out Brooklyn. That's the only thing I'm focused on. How is Brooklyn going to get taken out, and when are they going to get taken out?
All right. So moving on.
Yes.
Of course, we had the college football playoffs last weekend.
Championship Saturday, man.
Championship Saturday is coming up, but of course we have to get by the 6 games that eventually gave us our 4 teams.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So obviously the early game was Ohio State versus Northwestern.
Yes. In the Big Ten championship game.
I was watching that, and early on, it looked like Northwestern was going to at least give them a fight.
They did. They gave him a fight the whole time.
They gave him a fight. But then a certain running back.
Yeah. So that boy Trey Sermon got crazy on him.
He took him to church.
Took him to church, boy.
All right. That 331 yards.
Exactly.
That
on
was
29 carries.
That was ridiculous.
Just nothing. Yeah, that's crazy.
They had absolutely no answer for him. And you know what? As bad as Justin Fields' day was, and it was bad.
12 for 27, 114 yards, 2 interceptions.
The fact that Ryan Day and the Ohio State coaching staff still kept running this pattern where they shifted the tight end at the beginning of every play, forcing Northwestern to keep that tight end in mind, leaving the middle of the field wide open for Trey.
Yeah. They came around on that later on in the game. Because first they started throwing the ball all over the place. And Justin Fields, like I've told you many a times, is trash for real. And
they outed him.
He's playing against a bunch of nerds. I'm sorry to say it, but Northwestern, they may have been good this year, but God forgive me. You know, I'm not going to say it.
You're talking about the team that had what, 3 wins last year?
Yeah, and they're a school known to pump out CEOs.
Academia.
They don't put nobody in no leagues.
No.
Like, come on, man. How do you go 114 yards against them?
Yeah.
They got guys named Blake Seinfeld playing quarterback. What?
Yeah.
What?
It was a bad look for Ohio State. Bad look.
Yeah, and I don't care. All right. Trey Sermon killed them, but they supposed to do that, man. Them dudes is way bigger, faster, and stronger than them. That's all they do. Them dudes in Northwest are going to go on to be CEOs. Some dudes from Ohio State are going to be delivering your Amazon packages.
They're going to be running the team, basically.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
So,
So, of course, the next big game was my Notre Dame Irish versus Clemson, rematch of the week 7, week 8, right?
Yeah. Close game that week.
This was no contest.
This was not a close game.
Okay.
It was close for about 7 minutes.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
And mind you remember this, anyone that saw that show, I acknowledged fully that Trevor Lawrence was not in that game, and there were 3 key defensive players that were out of that game.
You did say that several times.
We won. It was still a good win nonetheless. It helped us get to the top 4 for that weekend. But goddamn.
It was just outclassed.
Okay,
man.
after a couple of trips and only scoring 3 for the majority of the game, similar to 2018 in the first round of the college football playoffs.
Yep.
It was pretty fucking pathetic. You know, they had an answer for Ian Book. They weren't letting him run. This kid that was out in the first game, what was his name again? Kowski?
For
Clemson,
the defensive lineman.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but yeah, he was
all over the place, man. Like wherever Book tried to run, he was there lying in wait. Receivers were balling. Trevor Lawrence was balling. I mean, Lawrence is NFL ready.
25 for 36, 322, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He can run too. 14 carries, 90 yards, 1 touchdown. Your boy Travis Etienne, 10 carries, 124 yards. That's 12.4 yards per carry. Son.
Shows you difference.
That's easy math.
When your starting quarterback is in the game.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts. They definitely outclassed him and showed him who's the boss.
Absolutely.
So we get the jewel of that weekend, the SEC championship. Now usually this championship is between Georgia and Alabama. That's how it's been the past few years.
Yep.
But last year was LSU versus Georgia, but this year was Bama versus Florida. 2 powerhouse offenses getting it on. Alabama took it 52-46, but that doesn't. It tells the story kind of. It kind of tells the story exactly. Every time you thought that Florida was out of it, they were losing by like 20 at some point.
Yep.
And Kyle Trask just came through and just started airing them out.
I mean, the simple fact that, again, like you said, you thought it was over.
Yeah.
And they came back, and at one point, this was a 45-ball game.
Yeah, man.
This was one of the better games of the weekend.
It was popping.
And you were glued to the set. If you were a true football fan, you were glued to the set watching this entire game.
Yeah, man. 2 quarterbacks who should be playing on Sundays getting with it. Like I said,
season,
Kyle Trask, he was 26 for 40, 408 yards and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Mac Jones, 33 for 43 for 418 yards and 5 touchdowns. 1 interception.
I know you hoping that he's going to be in burgundy and gold next year.
Just continue to wear what you're wearing. You already wearing the crimson. Just keep it on, buddy. Half of your team is already here. You know what I'm saying? You get welcomed in. You good money. Mac Jones, burgundy and gold next season, baby. Yes. Let's go get this dude Dwayne up out of here. And we will talk about that later.
So, of course, that leads us up to some of the big games coming up, right? So, obviously, let's keep it with the college football playoffs. We got Bama hosting Notre Dame. Now, this game was originally supposed to take place Rose Bowl, Pasadena, but, of course, COVID is forcing it to be held in, it's going to be in Dallas Stadium, right?
Some crazy nonsense.
So,
but it's still the Rose Bowl.
Still the Rose Bowl. This is going to be an ass whooping like no other. Because if Notre Dame could get shellacked like that by a healthy Clemson team, this is definitely a healthy Bama team.
Do you think Notre Dame should have been there?
Notre Dame, I can argue because of the result of the Clemson game.
Right.
They should not have been there. The only reason Notre Dame held on and got that 4th spot is because people looked at Texas A&M's schedule and went, yes, they only had 2 losses. Yes, they're from the SEC, but a lot of their victories were against weaker teams.
Yeah, and you got 2 losses.
You know, so
that's it.
Look, it wasn't
like Notre Dame didn't play an ACC schedule this year.
No, they played a tough ACC schedule. But again, this is why you have a legitimate argument to expand to an 8-team playoff.
I say 6 teams. I think 8 is too much.
So what? You give the top 2 teams a bye week?
Yeah,
I feel that.
4-2.
I can feel that.
Punch them out. But yeah, it needs to be expanded.
Yeah.
We got the Sugar Bowl, Clemson at Ohio State. I will be watching this with the orange colored glasses. I'm looking forward to Ohio State getting monkey stomped. If Northwestern was able to stop them, let me tell you something. Trey, you ain't running on 331 yards on no fucking Clemson. Let me tell you that right now.
No.
And you, Justin Fields, you're a bum, and they're going to expose you for the bum that you are.
I mean, you see some of the mistakes he was making against Northwestern. Clemson's going to capitalize on that.
God, it's gonna be pick off cities. And they're gonna have to fly the turnover chain from Miami all the way to wherever the hell they playing at.
Yeah, you ain't doing that, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, man. Some other good bowls that are happening, on or about New Year's. On the 30th, we have the Cotton Bowl. That's Oklahoma versus Florida. That should be good. Both high-powered offenses.
Yes.
On the 29th, you got the Cheez-It Bowl, something that I'm going to be looking at. My boy Derek King, okay? And Miami are going to take on Oklahoma State. That should be a pretty good game. We have the Orange Bowl on the 2nd. That's between Texas A&M and University of North Carolina. That's going to be great, man, because nobody can really stop North Carolina. Your team was the only ones that really did it.
Yeah. So, I mean, Mac Brown's really turned that franchise around, that the college program around. They getting ready to pop.
I seen him do it with the U, baby.
Yes.
That's how he do it. That's how he can recruit and he can coach, man. So, shout out to him. And, the Peach Bowl, which is what we've been waiting for. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks now. Cincinnati was complaining that they were undefeated.
You're getting shot.
And we need a chance to prove ourselves. Now you play Georgia in the Peach Bowl on the 1st of January. Let's see you prove yourself.
Prove it.
Now, when they beat you by 70, I don't want to hear this shit no more about you being disrespected. All right?
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Take the loss, all right, and take a little cup of shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and keep it moving. You little dose of I told you so. Y'all not like that.
No, sir. Nice. All right, so that brings us to the NFL.
My favorite, yes.
All right, so we got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Really?
Once the darling, where people thought they had a shot to go undefeated.
Yeah, man.
Have now lost 3 in a row. Are in danger of losing the AFC North to the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Okay? Fuck the bye week.
Danger.
Fuch the bye week.
Serious danger.
Because KC got that locked by 2 games. They win this week, that's it.
Yeah,
they got the bye. No one is playing well in this team. Defense is banged up, obviously. Right?
Well, TJ Watt's playing well.
TJ Watt got hurt in that game, though.
Yeah.
Okay? But the linebacking core is just decimated.
Yeah.
All right? Decimated. Run game is not there.
Non-existent. But it's been non-existent basically the whole season.
It has been. And regardless of the fact that Connor was playing or not.
Yeah.
Okay? Roethlisberger is showing his age. He's showing the wear and tear. Because his accuracy ain't there. His decision-making ain't there. And Juju Smith-Schuster, you need to stop fucking dancing on logos. Because it just so happens the last 3 times you've done this, you have lost.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's Mike Tomlin's fault. You need to stop. He needed to stop that shit the moment he saw it happen.
Here's the thing. Mike Tomlin should have seen that and went, that's an A, B, and waiting. I need to put an end to that. That's A, B, and waiting.
You gotta chill.
All right. You know who else used to do that shit? Terrell Owens used to do that shit.
And he is ringless.
My biggest issue here. Let me take that back. I can understand when Pittsburgh lost to Washington. That was a hot Washington team. Playing solid defense. Alex Smith was moving the ball. I can understand that upset.
Okay.
I can understand them losing to the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have a great offense right now, clicking on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders, and the defense, they're fucking beasts.
Right.
But you lost to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Who's on like their third string quarterback.
Have injuries all over that defense, all over that offense. Did you show up for the game? Or did you sit at home like that Bruce Willis movie Surrogates and send in your little fucking robot shells to play for you? Was there a delay in the Wi-Fi? Because you acted like you had lead in your fucking feet the whole fucking game.
Yeah. And now you got the Colts coming up.
You got the Colts
good luck with that.
And the Browns to finish the fucking season.
Good luck with those, man. You better get it together quick. Mike Tomlin needs to get the ship right.
I don't know if he can get right.
We'll see, man. We will see.
So, top 5 and bottom 5.
Top 5, bottom 5. Here we go. I got the Kansas City Chiefs coming in at number 1 for obvious reasons.
No argument.
I got the Buffalo Bills coming in at 2, 11-3. They on fire right now. The Packers, who are also on fire, got probably one of the best, quarterbacks in the league right now. I got the Saints at number 4. Even though they just lost, they're still a good team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Drew Brees just getting back from having the devastating
multiple
ribs and the lung puncture. It has the Tennessee Titans coming in number 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a close call between this team and the Colts. So, but I picked the Titans. Their running game is superb. You know, the Colts running game was pretty good too. Mm-hmm. They're running. Derrick Henry is a monster. I've never been so wrong about a player in my life.
Yeah.
Bottom 5, we got the Jags coming in at 1-13.
And the only reason they're there,
I'm about to say it, the Jets are coming in at number 31. That was so stupid to lose the game. I get it. But yo, you Trevor Lawrence is supposedly a next generational quarterback, like of the Andrew Luck, John Elway, Peyton Manning type guilt.
Yeah.
I think you had to go winless. Like you just had to take that L, son, to secure the future of your franchise.
No one understood that move. No one in their right mind would want to throw away the number 1 overall pick. Okay, it's clear. And look, for all things considered, all right, Darnold actually played a decent game.
He did.
Okay, and the Rams. That's an indictment on the Rams that they're too fucking Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But Darnold has now had, 3 different coaches, 3 different schemes he's had to learn. That's not good. And definitely his confidence has taken a hit.
Of course. And plus he's in the number 1 media market. Hearing about it all the time.
That front line still needs a shit ton of work. You have an aging running back in Frank Gore, who, future Hall of Famer.
Did you say aging?
Aging.
Frank Gore is our age, so stop it. He's already aged.
He did kind of find the fountain of youth in Buffalo for a while.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But that can't be your main weapon when it comes to rushing the ball. They don't have enough weapons on this team to throw to right now. You got a shit ton of picks coming up with all the fucking trades they made.
Use them wisely.
Well, that's going to be the test for Joe Douglas.
Or whoever replaces him.
If he gets replaced. Because, again, this is Woody Johnson's Jets.
Ridiculous.
With Chris Johnson running the show. But yeah, no one in their right mind gives away the number 1 pick like that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
All right, the next best quarterback you're talking about now is Justin Fields or this cat from fucking BYU, Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I don't believe in either one of them.
No,
but
not as a number 1 pick.
Not number 2 pick. We already know.
Number 2 either.
Number 1 pick is going.
No.
Yeah. So number 30, I have the Texans, 4-10, who just seem to be unlucky at this point, man. You know, they lose in every possible way.
You know what's funny?
That's to make them a bad team.
If you look at what's the quarterback's name again?
Deshaun Watson.
If you look at Deshaun Watson's numbers for the year,
they're phenomenal.
If this was a winning team, he'd be talking about him for MVP.
They're phenomenal. He's really changed my mind and stepped into the elite category this season for me. I think I can finally say he's elite.
When you consider the fact that he lost D-Hop and he's still putting up these numbers?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
The Bengals number 29 because of their defeat against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Carolina Panthers are number 28. Hopefully they'll stay that way this week.
Well, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
So, we got our week 16 picks.
Yeah, hold on. Before we get to the picks, can we talk about the Pro Bowl?
Oh.
Snubs.
Yes, you can.
Yes, let's talk about it. So, of course, as you know, this week, they announced the NFL Pro Bowl, the NFC and the AFC teams. They're not actually playing in it.
No.
But they're just getting the recognition. The problem with the Pro Bowl that I've always had, I don't know if you've had the same problem, it's basically a popularity contest.
Absolutely it is.
If you're a popular name, you're going to get in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your play could be subpar. Well, not subpar, but somebody else be playing better than you.
Yes.
And the other person won't get it because they don't have the name recognition.
The market also plays a role in this. What team are you playing for?
There you go. If your team sucks, but you're doing well.
Even if your team sucks, if you're in a big market, you may get looked at more than a player who's on a good team that is in a small market.
This is also true. So I have 3 people who I think may have gotten snubbed. Trey Henderson, a defensive end from the Saints. Trey Henderson... Well, when we look at the snubs, you have to look at who got picked above them. All right. So his fellow teammate, Cam Jordan, got picked above him, and the reserve was Chase Young, Washington football team rookie. Chase Young's a beast. Don't get me wrong about that. Cam Jordan, I think he's a Hall of Famer, man. Cam Jordan, but this season, Cam Jordan is not as good as Trey Henderson, and fucking Chase Young is definitely isn't as good as Trey Henderson. Trey Henderson leads the league along with Aaron Donald in sacks at 12.5. Cameron Jordan has 6.5. That's 6 less sacks. Chase Young has 7 less sacks. They play DN. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yes.
So how is he better? How are they better? Disruptions. Trey Henderson leads Cam Jordan 54-38. Pressure percentage, 16% for Trey, 8.1 for Cam Jordan. Hurries, 35 for Trent, 25 for Cam Jordan. Again, how did he get there? I don't know. I have no idea.
Like you said, popularity.
Popularity, because nobody has ever heard of Trey Henderson. And I have to say, you know what? I'm not going to say it. So, all right, that's one guy. Also, I wanted to say that Chase Young, even though I love him, he's great. He got in over his own teammate, Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat has more sacks. They both have a touchdown apiece. They both have 38 combined tackles, all right? Which is both doing the same thing. Montez Sweat has 6 pass deflections. Chase Young has 3, and the ones that Montez hits, they usually lead to some turnover type of situation. He's been more disruptive. It's not fair to me. I think Montez Sweat got jobbed out of his first Pro Bowl. Also, what's this guy's name from the Packers? Robert Tonyan. Robert Tonyan got jerked. Okay, he definitely got jerked. Robert Tonyan, like I said, is the Green Bay Packers tight end. They sent 3 tight ends to the Pro Bowl this year for the NFC. T.J. Hockenson, who's from Detroit, he's pretty good. So I can't say he should make it over T.J. Hockenson, but he should. And the most confused one was Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I don't get
from
that
the New York Giants.
I don't get that one.
Mr. Dropsies.
He's played better this year.
Yeah.
But he still drops way too many passes.
Yeah.
He does not do well in pass protection.
And how many touchdowns does he have, Dave? 1.
Yep.
1 catching, 1 running. So that's 2 total touchdowns.
Yep.
Ryan Tonyan has 10 touchdowns. 10. A whole 8 more than this guy, okay? He has less yards, but 40 less targets. Where did the targets come in and the catches? The discrepancy?
Yeah.
The drops.
Yep.
Evan Ingram drops the ball all the time.
And usually when he's wide open.
Wide open. So I think Robert Tonyan definitely should have been there above Evan Ingram. Like I said before, you have to look at who went. And then you can tell yourself, all right, well, this person wasn't getting there.
You know what I like in the Pro Bowl too, or the people that make it to the Pro Bowl, is the same people that win for like Academy Awards or Grammys or whatever. It's whatever the record company or the movie company paid off, all right, to get that award. This is a popularity contest. This is what market do I play in, not who worked the hardest. The all-pro team.
That's what you go on.
That's the measure.
That's the measure.
The fucked up part is the Pro Bowl is usually the thing that gets you the bonus.
Yeah, it does. It does. But you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the Pro Bowl getting you the bonus. you know, you're more likely to get the Pro Bowl than you are the All-Pro team. So I'm all for them getting their money. My last snub is Ryan Tannehill, but like I said before, I'm not sure you could put him ahead of Pat Mahomes. You can't. You can't put him ahead of Josh Allen, and you can't put him ahead of Deshaun Watson. So you just, the numbers didn't work out for you. But you definitely do deserve some recognition for the play that you've made.
Let's see how he does on the All-Pro team.
Yeah, if he makes it. If he makes it.
All right. So, picks?
Yeah, picks.
All right. So, some of these are going to be repeats because we did this last week, right?
Right.
So,
Friday. We did the Friday game.
Christmas game. We got Minnesota at New Orleans.
I got the Saints.
I'm taking the Saints. I hope Drew Brees is feeling a little bit better. And, some of that rust that you clearly saw in the game against KC, although they did make a game of it.
They did.
All right. Tampa Bay at the Detroit Lions.
I got Tampa.
Tampa as well. Detroit's coach or interim coach can't even be there because of COVID. Can't wait for 2020 to be over. San Francisco at Arizona. The ironic shit is this has been San Francisco's home for the past few weeks. They ain't had to go nowhere.
Exactly. So it should be right at home, but I think they can still take the L. I think Arizona's going to win.
San Fran definitely taking the L. Too many fucking injuries, and they starting what? Bethard, right? Bethard,
yeah.
Yeah. Miami Dolphins at the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are done.
Yeah, they finished.
Okay,
Miami.
All right, and then Sunday, we got the Carolina Panthers at your Washington football team.
I got Carolina strictly because I think Dwayne Haskins is going to be starting at quarterback.
Yes, I am taking Carolina for that very reason.
Yeah.
The Indianapolis Colts at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I got the Colts.
Colts indeed. They're playing all around a better brand of football right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Atlanta Falcons.
And it's Phillip Rivers versus Ben Roethlisberger. They got drafted together.
Yes, they did. Atlanta Falcons at the Kansas City Chiefs. This is Chiefs hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta kind of almost pulled an upset with Tampa, but once again, they found a way to blow it. The Chicago Bears at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville's trying to get that number 1 draft pick.
I got the Bears.
The Bears. The Houston Texans hosting the oft-injured Cincinnati Bengals on their third-string quarterback.
I got the Texans.
Houston, yes. Baltimore Ravens hosting my New York Giants.
I got the Ravens.
Ravens. The Cleveland Browns at the New York Jets.
I got the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, that Jet is going to be grounded on the tarmac this weekend. Got the Denver Broncos at the LA Chargers. I'm giving this one to the Chargers.
Me too.
Okay.
No. I got Denver.
You got Denver. All right.
Denver.
That's the first one I think we disagreed on.
Yeah, I got Denver.
All right. Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. I am taking Philly.
I'm taking Philly. Jalen Hurts has been telling me to shut the fuck up.
He's been telling everybody to shut the fuck up. And that 42 yards he put up last week?
He was getting busy last week.
He was. The LA Rams and their joke of a team after that loss to the Jets against the Seattle Seahawks.
I got the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Seahawks to nail down the division this weekend.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans at the Green Bay Packers.
I got the Packers.
I am taking Tennessee.
Really?
Derrick Henry keeps mowing motherfuckers down.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Okay.
But I don't think they have the defense to keep up with Aaron Rodgers, though, man.
I don't think the Green Bay Packers have the defense to contain Derrick Henry.
They don't. But see, that's a slow, methodical death. The Packers get you quick, and they keep pulling it on.
Yes, and Tennessee will eat up the clock and force that defense to be on the field a long time.
Okay, fair enough.
It is in Green Bay, so it depends on what the temperature is, too.
Right.
All right. And then Monday night, you got the Buffalo Bills against New England. Buffalo. All right, by the way, congratulations to the Buffalo Bills on their first AFC East title, the first in a quarter of a century. God damn, I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is nuts.
Just speaks to the dominance of New England.
It just shows you also how special that Bills team was with Jim Kelly and Bruce Smith.
Respect.
Yeah,
definitely respect.
All right. So, it is hero and zero time, and I don't know about heroes, but I think we have quite a few zeros.
Yes, we do. You can go first.
Let's start off with one of the biggest zeros this week. Actually, I think it actually might be a tie, but we'll let the viewers decide.
Okay.
James Harden and his, how should we call it? Hoe-assness. All right? With a little bit of
petulant
don't give a fuck.
Yeah. He's a petulant baby.
Big time. Well, so he was invited and attended a party. The initial reports were he's at a strip club. No, the strippers came to the party.
Right.
Anyone who's had a chance to see this video sees the dollar bills or 20s or 100s that are all over the fucking place. All right, they made it rain.
He wasn't at a strip club. He was at a gentleman's club.
He was at, same fucking shit, my ass, okay? So, this was a big event that was touted. It was on this past Monday. So, you have a rule right now in the NBA which says exactly what?
That you can't be in these situations.
You can't be in these situations. You cannot go out and potentially expose yourself. And if you look at the video, he's clearly maskless. Practically everybody in this video is maskless.
Yeah.
Okay? Especially when you consider what the NBA just went through to finish the previous season. The fact that they have gone as far as to not have fans in the arena. And now, because of your selfishness, your immaturity, your inability to consider others, you had to cancel or postpone your first fucking game of the year. Because, including you, 8 members of your squad were forced to be pulled.
Including John Wall and Boogie. Didn't have enough people to suit up for the game.
It's bad enough that you're pulling out all these stops, which is a clear attempt to get yourself traded. But now you went as far as sabotaging the team in a chance to play even one game. Now you have to worry about not only were you exposed, was anyone else on your team exposed? Yep. Which requires X amount of tests and X amount of negative results. Next game is supposed to be this Saturday or Friday? Mm-hmm. That's up in the air. You also fucked with OKC's schedule. Because now they got to find a way to make up this game.
All because you want to be around idiots. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
You know, you didn't take care of yourself in the off season. You running around acting like the fool. And yet and still want to get out of Houston.
Yeah, I don't see how. But like I was telling you before, it's because these guys, especially in the NBA, they think they can do whatever they want and still get whatever result they want. And they've been proven right many times.
We discussed in last week's show, this is Houston's fault.
Yes.
They let him run amok.
Yeah.
And what happens when a parent lets a child do whatever they want? Spoiled.
They become fucked up.
Okay? And there's no way to reel that in afterwards.
And it's the parent, man.
So, you know what? This is both parties' fault, but Harden, right now, you the one that wants to get out. You ain't going to get out. Because there's no way Houston is going to let you go for some second-tier players, second-round picks, or a combination of the two. And quite frankly, if your target destination is Philly, guess what? Ain't no way Doc Rivers is going to want to put up with your ass.
Agreed.
He had enough drama with Paul George last year.
I think so. I agree with you 100%, man. Fuck that dude. So, speaking of fucking dudes, and fuck these guys.
Yep.
Dwayne Haskins, you know, last week he was in my negatives, for my zeros for tweeting, you know, shamelessly after he was named the starter. So what do you do this week? You go out and you lose that game, right? Which you played very well, very well in the second half.
They were in it.
We were definitely in it. So what he does is to cheer him up, his girlfriend decides to bring him to a restaurant full of his people, no masks, and then they go on to either a hotel room or a private strip show, whatever, and are there again with no masks. And then his dumbass let somebody film him, tape him, record him doing this. And once again, it's the I'm sorry train. Oh, I take responsibility. Of course you fucking take responsibility.
You got busted.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You got caught. What?
You ever notice how these guys are always sorry afterwards. They were caught?
Yeah. Fuck your apology. This ain't the first, second, third, or fourth time this done happened. He's always doing some shit. To me, I don't think football is important to him. Now, I understand we have to play him this week because we don't know what's going on with Alex Smith. We have this dude Montez, who's a third string guy. He's probably trash. And we just brought in another guy who's probably even worse than Montez. So we need Dwayne Haskins to play this week.
Yeah.
I'm glad Ron Rivera didn't just, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But
management has a big decision to make here. Because let's all remember, Ron Rivera just got finished getting treated for cancer.
Right.
All right. And thankfully, it's gone. Right. Remission, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
right.
But you walk right in and try to give it to him again.
He is one of those individuals that is susceptible. Okay. And you just risked your own coach's health for, again, what's the word? Hoe-assness.
Hoe-assness, kid.
Okay? You know what? If this was any other walk of life, any other job, when you walk back into the office on Monday, you know what you hear? I'm going to let my man Vince McMahon say it.
And you should be.
That's it.
And to be honest with you, if you lose this game, I think you will be. I think you will be.
If the draft comes up and you have a shot at Jones or Trask,
that's what I'm getting.
He's gone. He's absolutely gone.
He's out of here. So Dwayne Haskins, boo, and booed at all the other people who were sitting there trying to tell me that, you're right in the situation.
Well,
they're worse people. I
got one more zero.
Okay.
Now, this came across over the weekend. And quite frankly, I was a little taken aback on this one. I've been watching football for a very long time.
Right.
All right. And one of the teams that was the team to beat in the 80s and the early 90s was the San Francisco 49ers. And for a big part of that, it was a Joe Montana, Jerry Rice combination, along with a bevy of talented players. Well, Terrell Owens hosted a podcast where he had Randy Moss on.
Right, Terrell Owens, the Hall of Fame wide receiver.
The Hall of Fame wide receiver that did not want to attend the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Right.
Randy Moss, another Hall of
Famer.
And rightfully so. We're not going to take that away from them. But had the audacity on this podcast to say they are better than Jerry Rice. They had better careers than Jerry Rice. The funny thing here is neither one of them have a ring.
Ringless. The two of them. Not one between them.
Randy Moss was in the best position to win a ring. Giants denied that.
Right.
Terrell Owens was on a very good Philadelphia Eagles squad and got denied by the Patriots. Oh, let's also keep in mind that's the year that Terrell Owens got hurt towards the end of the year and had absolutely no role in the Eagles making the Super Bowl.
He had the high Eagle spray or something like that, right?
Exactly, from that horse collar tackle. But if I'm not mistaken, that was the Cowboys game.
Uh-huh.
And what team did he wind up going to?
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys. These two gentlemen sat there and said they are better than Jerry Rice. Randy Moss thinks he's the number one receiver of all time. Terrell Owens thinks he should be ranked number 2, with Rice ranked right below him. Rice has better offensive production in the first portion of his career. And when I say first portion, I mean his 20s into his 30s. the main years in which he won 4 rings.
Count them up. Ringless dudes.
Did it with Montana and did it with a second quarterback, Steve Young. Almost won another title when he went to Oakland with the Raiders. They lost that to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But still managed to play well into his 40s. Why? Because when it comes to wide receivers, Jerry Rice is the GOAT. He is the standard to which all wide receivers are held. Now, if you want to talk about individual achievements, a yearly basis, yes, Randy Moss may have had a better year compared to Jerry Rice when he hooked up with Tom Brady and they fucking broke records in 2007. Guess what? You still walked away ringless.
Exactly.
Okay? Terrell Owens may have been one of the best receivers we will ever see. But after he left Dallas, it was all downhill.
He wasn't one of the best receivers I've ever seen. T.O. dropped too many balls, too, in my opinion.
I think T.O. is deserving of his Hall of Fame spot. I think the main thing that kept T.O. from being regarded as one of the best is the way he acted with his teams. San Francisco, Philly, Dallas. The minute he didn't like it, the minute he got uncomfortable, he wanted out.
Very
you don't
true.
do that if you're a teammate. Morse did the same shit in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay? Morse went from Minnesota
to
the Raiders and then eventually went to New England.
But he did the same shit with the Raiders, too. Decided when you were going to play and when you're not going to play.
Exactly.
How do you think you're a GOAT when you just pick and choose when you're going to play hard? That's not GOAT status. That's not
Jerry Rice, his contract was up. San Francisco didn't want to resign him for the money he wanted. Oakland said, we're willing to pay you more. He went to Oakland, went across the bay. He didn't ask for trades left and right.
And like another guy, Antonio Brown, wasted the money.
Yeah.
Was like, yo, I don't want this.
So, I don't know where these guys' minds are thinking. Jerry Rice definitely played in a tougher era of football where those defensive backs, those cornerbacks leveled the shit out of you. Moss, T.O., combined, 0.
Agreed. Fuck them.
All right, so
from us to
that's
you
it
guys.
for this week's edition, holiday edition. Thank you for tuning in, my man. Happy holidays, happy New Year, happy holidays, and happy New Year to you from the Sports Rant. We out. Hopefully 21 is a better year. Peace, baby.